So today is going to be my first day back to school for spring semester, and today I'm going to have physics, but it's only going to start at 6 p.m. It's finally the first day of class for me today. It's January 22nd, and this is my first class. Weird, but it's going to be physics 2, so last semester I struggled a lot with physics 1. So this is going to be really interesting. When it's your first orgo lecture and you start taking notes in class and you're thinking, okay, this isn't too bad. I know this, I got this. And then at the end of the lecture, she's like, okay, that was just review of Gen Chem 1. So I already have a bunch of things that I have to do for physics and orgo, and I numbered them in the order that I want to get them done today. So I'm just going to start by annotating this first chapter of the textbook. So far I read chapter 15 on electrical forces and fields, and got my notes, front and back. And now I'm actually going to maybe move on to orgo, but at 6:30 I'm actually taking a free practice MCAT, or like a mini MCAT, not the whole thing, but it's about 4 hours. And also, side note, I still have to take 4 prereqs for med school, so I haven't even taken all the classes in order to do well on the MCAT, but I just want to kind of get familiar with what the questions are like and what to expect, and at least I can really test on the sections that I have already taken classes for, like bio and psych and gen chem. So I get to see where I stand with those sections for sure, but then I haven't taken orgo or biochem, so that I'm really just like winging. So far I haven't been filming much, just because usually during the day I'm doing miscellaneous things, or just studying, making study guides, reading over chapters, taking notes, all that stuff. But I just had physics and physics lab, and so far I'm enjoying physics 2 so much more than physics 1. So if you struggled with physics 1, it's not all downhill when you start physics 2, even though I've heard people say that physics 2 is harder than physics 1, but I've definitely been enjoying it so much more just as of right now. And orgo so far seems pretty good. We're gonna have lab, 4-hour lab, hopefully not, but that tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna see how orgo lab is. My motivation is so low right now. I have to read a part of my notes, watch a minute of a YouTube video, read a part of my notes, YouTube video, except I end up watching the YouTube video and reading like a sentence of my notes. Whenever I feel like I really just can't sit still and stare at my notes and really try to get them inside my head, I try to do something active to get some of my energy out. So I'm gonna go for a run, and hopefully when I come back I feel better and more ready to study for my orgo quiz. The weather is so nice right now. I love that it's warm. So I was just studying at the learning center at my school, and I was trying to finish my physics homework, and I was having trouble with one last problem that I had left. And I didn't know that my school that I'm in right now has this whole tutoring thing set up where all you have to do is come up to a computer, like right then and there, you type what subject you're having trouble with and your name, and that's it. And then you submit it, and then you just stay in that learning center, and a tutor calls you up as soon as they have time. Like, they have all these different tutors just sitting there, and I'm pretty sure they're probably professors or used to be professors or something. So I say, okay, physics 204, and then I wait, and like 10 minutes later I called up, and right away he knows what I'm talking about. He helps me break down the problem and get my answer, and it was just so fast and so helpful. And it's crazy. With every day, I feel like I love the school more and more, even though it's a community college, but they really aim to help you here, which is just so nice, because the school that I used to go to, if you wanted tutoring, you had to sign up ahead of time, you had to email back and forth with your tutor, you had to set up a time like that you wanted to meet each week. Like, it was so hard. And if I had trouble with a physics problem like this, it would probably have taken me like at least a day to solve it, because I'd have to schedule a meeting with a tutor and all this. I couldn't just quickly put it into the computer, submit it, and see a tutor 10 minutes later. And I just think it's crazy how much this school aims to really help you. Like, it makes these processes so much easier for students to get help. I love this place. Fridays usually have a Orgo lab, which is almost 4 hours, and just finished and just got back home, and it's so nice to have lab for that long, but then the feeling after you're done, because I have no more classes and it's Friday, so it's finally the weekend and I'm so excited.